Get on top! Get on top! Welcome to the Broken Plane Podcast, episode 17. Your host, JB.
And me, TK.
How is it going this week?
There's a lot of good stuff that happened this weekend.
A lot of really fantastic stuff.
Not the weekend.
No,
this week.
The week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great intro, by the way. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. That was Get On Top by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Nice. In honor of
Mr. Anthony Kiedis, lead singer. He turned 55 today, November 1st.
55.
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm serious. Let me check my notes.
Oh my gosh. You know, when he cut his hair, that's when he stopped being
55.
Anthony Kiedis to me. He was like, now you're just some regular middle-aged dude.
I love his new look.
You like it?
Yeah, I like the kind of weird haircut and the big mustache.
The mustache is freaky.
I still think he looks good.
Okay. All right, that's fair.
Man Crush Monday, Anthony Kiedis.
So, really lots to get into.
Yeah.
No joke.
Let's move right into Twitter fan of the week.
We should do that thing.
This week, it's at I Am Slim with 3 M's.
I am Slim.
Yeah. He's,
Hey!
Congrats, Slim.
Anyway, Slim.
You are our Twitter fan of the week. I don't remember exactly which tweet it was, but I remember that you did interact with one of our tweets. One of the only people to ever interact with our tweets in the history of the world. No, not really, but one of our followers to interact with our tweets.
Yes.
So you pull in the honors this week. Also, you're an Eagles fan like me, so we're both on top of the world, which is great. And check this out. I believe, according to his Twitter bio, he is engaged to be married August 10th, 2018.
Oh, man.
So, congrats to that, and
Congrats.
to him and his lovely bride-to-be.
Yeah.
I don't know her name. I'm not a weirdo.
That's...
Twitter fan of the week. Do you have something else to say?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Congratulations to at I Am Slim, SLIMMM.
I am Slim.
Yes.
All right. Come find us on Twitter.
At The Broken Plane.
At The Broken Plane. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at The Broken Plane.
Yeah.
Find us on Facebook, The Broken Plane Pod. Find us on email at thebrokenplanepod@gmail.com.
Yeah, we're looking for anything.
Anything. Come
An email.
Come visit. Come shoot us with something.
Yeah.
No, that sounded wrong. Come tell us things that go through your head that you want to enter into our
Sound
heads.
off.
There you go. All right. Do we have any announcements?
I have no announcements.
No announcements this week.
No. Okay, so it's that time of the week again. We're going to go ahead and give James Franco a call and attempt to interview him. And as we found out last week on calling this number, the answering machine was Tommy Wiseau.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not entirely sure if when he answers this phone, he does the Wiseau character. Or if he's just going to be himself.
That'd be awesome if he was in character.
If he answers it as Wiseau, I don't really know what to do, because I don't know anything about him.
Well, I think you ask him if he likes football.
I guess
that seems like a fine question to get started with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll be really baffled if Wiseau picks up the phone.
Here we go.
Oh, thought we had it.
You reached voicemail. It's Tommy Wiseau. I'm a very busy guy. Maybe on another call, or maybe he just wants to talk to you.
Why wouldn't he want to talk to you?
I'm joking, my friend.
Oh, he's
Really
joking.
Oh, Tommy. All right, we efforted. That's efforting.
All right, well, let's move on to Kwik-E-Newz.
Okay, we'll delve right into Kwik-E-Newz.
Yeah.
Exciting time in the NFL.
Ooh, lots of movement.
Trade deadline. And you know what? I mean, this is the first year we've done this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
In the entire time I've been watching the NFL, I can't remember a trade deadline week that was this busy with this much fairly significant movement.
Yeah,
of players.
this felt much more active than recent memory for me, too.
Yeah, so we should probably just jump in with... I don't even think... What we have here, we have a number of trades that went down.
Yeah.
I don't even think this is a comprehensive list. I think that we probably have...
I think there's probably
some.
a couple more, but
one of the big ones...
these are the earth movers.
The Patriots send Jimmy Garoppolo
Yeah.
to the Niners for a second-round pick.
I don't get this trade at all.
For who?
for the Niners.
I get it for the Patriots.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what?
Oh, really? Okay, the 33rd pick? Sure.
Let me get this straight. We got him for a second-round pick. We kept him for 2 years, and now we're going to get a second-round pick again.
He was a late second-round pick because
now
the Patriots are good. And now he's going to be top 5 second-round pick.
Essentially, he's going to be a late first-round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I have no idea why the 49ers thought this was even a remotely good idea.
Really kind of strange because they spent a third-round pick on Beathard.
Beathard, yeah.
C.J. Beathard. Yes, C.J. Beathard. Last year.
And it was Lynch and Shanahan that picked him. They were there for the draft.
Yeah.
This is their guy.
And all season people have been saying, you know what, Kirk Cousins is going to become available.
Yeah.
In the off season.
Just slide him in front of I can't even say it. Beathard. Now, if he doesn't work out,
it is kind of strange. I guess one thing that the Niners do have going for him here is that Garoppolo will be a free agent at the end of this year.
Yes, that's why I don't understand it.
It's actually one of the reasons. It's actually the reason why the Patriots chose now to flip him.
Yeah,
because if
they weren't bringing him back anyway.
No, to sign Garoppolo, he would essentially be making more per year than Brady is making.
I think he's at like $850,000 right now,
and he would not be to re-sign him.
No,
when they re-sign him, he's gonna
millions.
Well, even as a backup quarterback, he's going to require a significant bump in salary. When you look at where the Niners are, essentially they've got 8 games to try him out.
Yeah, but they've already said he's not going to play before Week 12, which is their week back from the bye. And later on this afternoon, I saw that Shanahan said that he's not even promising that Garoppolo will play this season. So why did you get him? He's not even guaranteed to come back next year because he's a free agent.
Yeah.
If Beathard ends up being any good, which I think he still could be, and if you obviously... have you already given up on him after 2 games? You've seen just as much pro experience from Beathard as you have from Garoppolo, except Garoppolo's was 3 years ago.
I think you're right. I also think do we have a sound effect for Kaka? I'm gonna call Cowpucky.
Wiggin' whack.
Yeah,
that's as close as we got.
It's
just a bunch of these. John Lynch, this is you.
That's ridiculous. There's no way. I understand what Kyle Shanahan's saying, but there's no way you bring in this guy to not play football.
He's either gonna play or this was the dumbest move in the history of moves because you just gave away a second-round pick for a guy that's going to walk away from you next year.
For you gave away a second-round pick literally for nothing on a team where you need every single player.
Yeah,
you need all of them. I mean, you have enough bad people on your team. You can't afford to just wish away a pick. There's no way he's not starting. I would be surprised if Beathard makes 2 more starts.
Well,
this week, and then the next week, Garoppolo's starting, and that's it.
This week he's got Arizona, which now that Carson Palmer is out, I think the San Francisco 49ers might actually win this game because they've been in some closer games.
Yeah,
their offense I think is good enough to take care of whoever is throwing footballs in Carolina or in Cardinal land now. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I believe they have the Giants at home, which is another very winnable game. So if Beathard wins both of those, then they go on their bye. Then it's Week 12. Oh, the Seahawks. Of course Beathard is going to fail in that game. So they've built in a scenario where, of course, they're going to put Garoppolo in after Beathard fails in the middle of the Seahawks game or the next week after he fails in the Seahawks game.
That's man, okay. Maybe that's it. I hope that's not what they do because I don't think that's... First of all, it's bad faith to do that because you're going to get beat. The Seahawks are going to beat you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You put Garoppolo in.
Yeah,
I don't care. He's not going to do
anything. You can't just oh well, you didn't perform. Sorry, kid. Yeah, okay, all right.
I just don't understand why they picked him if they went and traded for a guy who has just as little. Essentially, he's a rookie.
Yeah. In your scenario, they're basically sending him down to the ocean and telling him to order the tide to go out. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you couldn't do it, so moving on to the next guy. Next man up.
I'm curious to see what happens. We're going to track this situation to the end of time.
So
I think it was a terrible decision, and of course the Patriots will win.
They had some, the Patriots had interest in Garoppolo in the offseason from the Browns.
Yeah.
But they were looking for a first-round pick. Obviously, the Browns didn't want to do that. They chose to draft Deshaun Kaiser instead.
Whoops.
That's not even whoops. That's just they've mishandled the quarterback position so badly. You know
More
what?
on that to come.
Yeah, we'll stop right now. The further fallout from the trade.
Yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers are releasing
Oh, yeah, that's, of course.
Brian Hoyer.
Yeah. They've
Yeah.
already released him.
Yeah.
He's found a home.
Where's he signed?
He's the lead head clipboard holder with the New England Patriots.
Which makes complete sense because that's
Yeah.
where he started his football
Yeah.
odyssey.
And the 49ers just cut him and essentially gave him to the team that they just gave a second-round pick to.
Yeah. I think you know what I heard is that they were trying to bundle Hoyer in a trade to the Patriots, and the Patriots were just, no.
We can sign him for less as a free agent.
You're gonna waive him, and then we're gonna get him for nothing.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we do that instead? Yeah. So again, the Patriots are better.
Jedi mind
this.
Bellatrick.
So anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in Patriot land, in Niner land.
Yeah.
The Patriots now with just one quarterback from the start of the year.
Yeah.
They traded
They
both of
got
their
rid of
backups.
Brissett.
Yeah.
Half-season hero.
Half-season hero Brian Hoyer. Exactly. Accurate.
Yeah. Moving on.
Jay Ajayi from the Dolphins
Yeah.
got traded to the Eagles
Oh.
for a 4th-round pick.
Yes.
What makes this so much fun is that the Dolphins initially drafted Ajayi with a 5th-round pick.
Ooh.
Yeah. So they got him, played him,
surprised.
and they pumped him and dumped him at the right time.
Yeah.
Or is it maybe not the right time?
I'm surprised that he went for a 4th. I guess I don't know very much about football valuation of players. I would have given more. I would be a terrible GM, apparently.
Well, here's what I've been hearing from my sources inside the organization.
Yeah.
Which is the internet.
Yeah.
Ajayi, I'm never going to get that name right.
Doesn't
Ajayi,
matter.
coming out of college, one of the big raps on him was that his knee was bone on bone.
Oh.
Already, he'd already had a couple of knee operations, and when the doctor was in there, said, "Yeah, you have no cartilage
Okay.
in your knee."
That sounds fun.
That's why he dropped to the 5th round.
That's great, though, because I think that means he can't tear any cartilage.
On the upside, right?
No,
yeah.
I don't think you tear cartilage.
I don't think that's how it works exactly, but
If he didn't have the tendons, that would be great, I think.
he came to Miami, and then he had a couple of games, 3 games for 200 yards last year. Right?
He was pretty solid overall, but he had 3 monster games.
He had 3 huge games that significantly inflated what was otherwise a fairly pedestrian season. So, he's got a little bit of star power to his name because of those 3 games.
Yeah, I think his main, outside of those, the main stat that jumps off the page to you about him is his 58 missed tackles forced in a rush. So he's a little bit of an elusive running back.
And which
is a good thing to have.
Yeah, and I think he fits in with the Eagles.
Yeah.
And for him, thank goodness, because the Dolphins are so bad. Mm-hmm. They are terrible. That offense is all the stuff I said about Adam Gase being a good offensive coach and them going to be fine, I was totally wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong about Gase, wrong about Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
I was just befuddled this year.
Well, they don't have much to work with, to be fair.
No. So now LeGarrette Blount has Ajayi looking over his shoulder. And
I'm sure Ajayi will come out as the lead back.
For sure, eventually. Probably maybe not this week, but the week after.
Yeah.
For sure.
That'd be good. Good news for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hey, the good get better, right? That's how
they're already 5th in the league in rush yards per game at 129 and change. I can only imagine it goes up.
I don't see how this would affect them negatively.
Yeah.
Unless
they have a great offensive line.
Unless he comes in and it's just a pure cancer in the locker room, and I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't think so. The Eagles are 7-1. He's going to a good situation.
He's still breaking tackles this year. He's at 23 so far through 7 weeks. Mm-hmm. So if you extrapolate that out, that's about 58 again through 16 games.
It's a good pickup for the Eagles for a 4th-round pick.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, that's a great move for them because a 4th-round pick for a running back you got to project as a starter. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty good value. Pretty good value for that pick. The Dolphins, not sure why, except maybe they just want to do over.
I think they're going for that relegation title.
Maybe. Although, again, they turned a 5th-round pick into a 4th-round pick, so they're moving
That's
up.
Something.
They're going in the right direction.
Can you name the new Dolphins running back?
I
can't either.
No.
I think it's somebody named Damian something or other. Damian Williams.
No.
But I didn't look it up. And I just thought of it now. I'm pretty sure I don't know who their running back is now.
Who's the quarterback's Matt Moore?
They're saying Cutler is probably going to be back this week. I think he practiced.
Okay. Well, not that that's been any saving grace for them either.
They'll only have 1 turnover instead of 4, I think.
Okay. Moving on.
Yeah.
Dwayne Brown of the Houston Texans.
Here we go.
He of the 7-week holdout
Yeah.
has been traded to the Seattle Seahawks.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Seattle Seahawks, desperately in need of a left tackle.
Of anything on the offensive line.
They go ahead and get a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Dwayne Brown is 32 years old. He's holding out. He was holding out for more money. Last year... Well rested, yeah. Last year he was out for the first 4 games of the year with a knee injury.
Okay.
So he's maybe on the downside. He's looking at maybe not being as physically intact as he once was.
That's why he was holding out, right? Because he wanted the money guaranteed because he's not so sure if he's going to be able to get paid.
Yeah. For the rest of this season for the Seahawks, it's a really good move. They tried to trade Jeremy Lane, cornerback Jeremy Lane, for him.
Along with, what, a third and a seventh? Is that what it was?
A fifth in 2018 and a second in 2019.
I'm thinking of a different trade.
But Jeremy Lane failed his physical. So instead, the Texans are getting a 2018 third-round pick and a 2019 second-round pick.
Oh, they bumped up the pick.
The third round pick this year. And the Seahawks are getting Brown and also a 2018 fifth-round pick.
Oh, okay.
So
good compromise.
They're moving.
I'm glad they didn't cancel the trade.
I'm very glad they didn't cancel the trade.
I'm kind of upset they didn't cancel the trade.
Russell Wilson actually restructured a little bit of his contract.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Deferred about $6.25 million over the next 3 years of his contract.
Well, the way I was reading it is he changed it from being guaranteed but being paid over the course of the entire contract to being moved to bonus money, which was all paid out immediately.
Yeah.
So he's getting the same money. They're just moving the cap number.
Yes. Okay, that makes more sense.
Which I didn't know you could do that.
You can do whatever you want, I think.
I guess you can.
Yeah. Black magic, those contract gurus.
From NFL.com, Greg Rosenthal wrote, Seahawks left tackle Reese Odiombo was the lowest graded player by Pro Football Focus at any position, quote, by far, through 8 weeks. Which that's fantastic. By far the worst. Out of all of the other children, he was okay, I'm not going to say that word. He was the worst.
That's a bad string of performances for the Seahawks because I found that last year, George Fant, your favorite, was Pro Football Focus's lowest graded tackle in the league.
Yes.
So that's 2 years running.
That really is, yeah.
But now they've got one of the best.
They got a guy. He's got three Pro Bowls, I think.
I think so.
He's consistently one of the top rated tackles in the league.
You know, last year, 1 sack given up in 428 eligible downs.
I don't even know what Russell Wilson's going to do with all the time.
I think that's 99.99998% of the time.
My only concern.
Yeah.
My only concern. Russell Wilson is more accurate when he's on the run
yes.
than he is in the pocket.
This is true.
So if they do such a good job that he's not scrambling anymore, I don't know where the ball's going at this point. It could be anywhere. The ball just will float out of his hands, and who knows?
I hope it works out. I hope I hope it doesn't work out. I hope he has so much time just standing there. He decides he's just going to read the playbook, the play calling thing on his arm instead of play football.
It could be. You know, it's like the basketball player who gets the ball suddenly and there's nobody around. It's a 12-foot shot.
Panics.
You just know that's clank. That's going off the side.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. He does not have any. Dwayne Brown has no more guaranteed money on his contract. Mm-hmm. So going into next year, when Big George Fant will be healthy, hopefully, I'm a little curious to see how they work that out.
You know what's going to happen? Fant is going to go to where he belongs, which is anywhere but an NFL field.
How can you say that? Big George Fant is an NFL body.
Nah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay, so
great move for Seattle.
Good move for Seattle.
I hate it when they make great moves.
Pretty good move for the Texans. Gotta figure they were doing just fine.
I mean, yeah,
maybe not just fine.
They have the worst offensive line in the history of the world, and they just got rid of a good offensive lineman.
Yeah,
he played 1 game for them.
Yeah.
They lost it.
Yeah,
I guess we don't need him.
Clearly, he wasn't doing anything positive.
We
for
still
you
put up
point.
39 points or whatever it was. We don't care.
So moving on, Marcel Darius from the Bills goes to the Jaguars to reunite with Dougie Marrone, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what's my nickname for him. I don't know.
Moron.
The Bills are getting a 6th round pick in return.
Ooh.
So
That's not a lot.
There's really not a lot at all. This could be a pretty good move for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I'm worried because
Wow.
the Jags
The good defense, the sacks get sackier.
is Darius more of a is he more of a run stop guy, or is he a pass rush guy?
I don't really know. He's got 1 sack this year.
We're in week 8.
Yeah.
He's got one.
I think he's only played 5 games.
Okay.
Missed a few games early on.
Because he's had as many as 10 sacks in a season
Yeah.
before.
Must be a pass rusher, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, the people that I was listening to said that this will shore up their run defense, but I
Okay.
was like, I thought he was a pass rusher, but it'll strengthen their defensive line, which is that you can't go wrong doing that.
I didn't know it could get strengtheneder.
And for a 6th-round pick, they essentially gave
It's
up.
free, right?
Yeah, they gave up a waiver wire guy for a guy who's going to play football.
Yeah.
This is like when a baseball club trades a minor league player for a major league player.
Yeah.
One of those players is a major league player, and the other one has never been in the major leagues. So that's kind of what they're doing here. So I guess good for the Jaguars.
Yeah, good move.
Yeah, and the Bills are getting out from under somebody they weren't using anyway.
Yeah, they wanted to get rid of him. I think there was talk of them trying to move him to the Chiefs at the beginning of the year, and it didn't work out. So they finally got what they wanted.
He was a Rex Ryan guy, and Rex signed him. Well, not Rex, but when Rex Ryan was there, they signed him
His
to
regime.
a $96 million 6-year contract.
Wow.
Which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
So if you're just trying to unload salary, this is probably a good way to do it. Okay.
Indeed.
Joe Flacco,
Ugh.
after getting hit late, what do we say about that? I mean, he was. What do you think?
As a Ravens fan,
it
was a rough hit, but at the same time, Flacco was going for that first down. He was near that first down, and he got hit.
Yeah.
He didn't get kicked out of the game, Alonzo. I don't think he should have. He went at his head, but at the same time, it still kind of felt like he left before, he left his feet in time.
Maybe.
But it was still a dirty hit.
It was a rough, yeah.
But I don't think
rough.
it was in the sense that he went at him when he knew for sure Flacco was already down.
No, I don't feel like he was. It was a bang bang play.
Yeah.
It was close. The one that the other NFL people keep showing is Carson Wentz the week before, where he faked going down, which I don't even get, because if you look at the replay, it looks like he's juking. It's not like he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna slide," and then
Just
suddenly
an awkward
no.
dork.
Yeah, it was
didn't
just
know
like
what he was doing.
I guess you could say he's fake and slide, I suppose, but
Flacco doesn't have that kind of
no,
ability.
he doesn't. But they're saying, well, if Carson Wentz is going to fake it, then every NFL quarterback is going to have to take that chance now, which is kind of ridiculous. It looked to me, the NFL has put so many rules in place to protect quarterbacks now that I think we're at the point now where you're, as a defensive player, you're just going to have to be wrong.
Yeah.
You're going to have to make the right play, which is probably making that hit, and you're going to have to take the penalty for it and potentially the fine.
Yeah. I think the only thing Alonzo did wrong was he could have just kind of sprawled out, because obviously Flacco's going to go down.
Yeah.
So just kind of Superman dive at him, and then you
land
on him with your chest on his chest type of thing. That's
or
you
even on
probably
his head
won't even
at
get
that point.
flagged at that point.
Yeah, if you just launch and land, like you said, flat out like that, that's probably fine.
But at least this way, Alonzo was able to get him out, and they only lost by 40 instead of probably by 60 if he had stayed in the game.
That was a one-sided debacle.
That came out of nowhere for me.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to see.
It was a fun watch.
Yeah. Joe Flacco is in the concussion protocol now. And
he's out. He practiced today.
Officially.
Yeah.
It's been 7 days. So why wouldn't you practice? John Harbaugh came out early in the week, said that Joe Flacco has no concussion symptoms as of Monday.
Which is great news for the football community, because nobody has to watch Matt Castle play football this weekend.
That is pretty great news. Yeah. I guess the only thing I would be concerned about is, please tell me we're doing something more than just asking Joe how he feels.
Yeah.
Joe, how do you feel? Pretty good. Feel good. just fine. The NFL has cognitive baseline testing that they do at the beginning of the year, and so they have that baseline that you can then ask the player to take a test and compare it to that baseline test to determine where your brain is. It's kind of how that works. It works on a combination of getting answers correct and also in a timely fashion.
Interesting.
So it's a number of things that go into it, but a lot of that baseline testing also involves, how do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you have any symptoms? Are you seeing more than one of me?
So it's still a little bit on the player to...
When the lights go on, do you flash
Does
in your
everything
head?
start ringing?
Yeah, and of course when the player says, "Nope, feel great," that's you know what that gonna clear that player
As far as you can go.
looks like he's
Especially
fine.
when it's Joe Flacco.
So yeah, I don't know. It worries me a little bit because he wasn't laid out. I mean, I don't think he was lying on the ground unconscious.
No, but did you see him?
But he was.
He kind of sat up with it, and his helmet got knocked off, and he was just like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
am I? Did I, Mom?"
yeah. He was. He was Batman for
It
a
was
moment
funny,
there.
yeah.
I love that Snickers commercial. Where are you, Philadelphia? What's your name? I am Batman. That's fantastic. Anyway, so it sounds like he's going to play this week.
Yeah.
So good on him.
Good
I hope
news.
he's okay.
Don't scramble this week.
If you could just stay back in the
Stay
pocket,
in the pocket.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna slide, do it sooner. I guess that's what's the takeaway there. I suppose.
Okay, so Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin.
Kelvin.
Not Calvin
No,
Benjamin.
Kelvin.
He was traded to Buffalo, oddly enough.
They need receivers.
Yeah.
So it's good. That's
they
good for them.
traded for Jordan Matthews, and now they've traded for Kelvin Benjamin.
After they got rid of Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins, yeah.
So they got rid of a guy that could catch the ball, and they brought in a couple of guys.
Who can catch the ball?
Well,
Kelvin's pretty good. Kelvin's better than what they had. Okay, let me break this down for you. I'm going to be real generous here.
All right.
And we're going to say that all of the Bills' wide receivers on the year have about a total of 400 yards receiving.
Okay.
All the other receiving yards have gone to tight ends, running backs.
Okay.
Kelvin Benjamin himself has 475 receiving yards this year. So he's going to help their receiving game.
Okay.
He's going to help Tyrod Taylor a lot.
So what you're saying is it can't get worse than this.
No.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
Yeah.
You know what? From a fantasy point of view, Taylor's value has just gone up for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know that Kelvin Benjamin's going to get big numbers there, but the quarterback production should go up.
Yeah.
Do you know what they gave up for him?
The Bills gave up a 3rd and a 7th round pick in 2018
Okay.
to get Kelvin Benjamin. That's pretty good.
For the Bills, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Kelvin Benjamin was a former number 1 pick, so you're getting pretty good value. And yeah, like you said, he's been targeted.
Yeah. The Bills are coached by none other than Sean McDermott, who was the defensive coordinator in Carolina ever since Kelvin's been on the Panthers. And then the person who generally manages the Bills is Brandon Beane, who was also with Carolina when they selected Kelvin in a managerial role.
Right.
General managerial role.
Right.
With the
Yes.
Panthers. So these guys are familiar with Kelvin. I think they saw the opportunity to get him and they took it.
Yeah.
It was a good move, and I think they punched their ticket into the playoffs as a wild card team with this move.
Calling it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've
All
already
right.
got 5 wins.
It's a lot.
They're halfway there to the wild card territory.
They are.
They have games against the Jets. They have games against
Miami
and twice, and still have another one against Indy.
Yeah.
They've got the Chargers.
Wow.
And then they've got New Orleans at home, which is
Winnable.
where they win.
Yeah.
So that puts them at 11 wins.
That's a pretty good schedule.
If they steal a win against the Patriots too,
maybe they win.
They
the
might
division.
even win the division.
Yeah, that's
But
a
I think they
horrifying
make.
thought.
I think they make the playoffs. That defense is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay. You know what? In my head, I'm leaning that way, but my heart says no. I don't want to. I'm not ready for a Buffalo Bills team to be good.
If the Bills make the playoffs, they might be my AFC team.
Oh my gosh. No.
I don't know who else. Because the Ravens aren't going to make it. I don't really care about many. Oakland would have been up there for me, but I don't think they're going to make them.
No, they're not.
They just got beat by the Bills.
Yeah, they don't look good at all.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are slipping.
Yeah, I mean, they'll still probably make it, though.
The AFC West
But I don't think I'm going to root for them.
Is in turmoil now. Nobody wants to win that division.
No.
It's like all 4 teams are just like, screw, meh. I've got tickets for Hawaii in January.
Super Bowl. I'm just worried about the Pro Bowl.
Maybe you know what? The AFC South is looking pretty good. They've got the Titans, Texans,
and the Texans,
and the Jaguars.
Jaguars
now.
could sneak in there too.
So maybe you just don't have an AFC West representative and just bring all 3 of those guys. And
No,
screw it. That's what we're doing.
The
this year.
Chiefs are better than anybody in the AFC South.
They probably are. That's probably true. Speaking of the AFC West,
okay,
we have a Brock Roach sighting. Yeah.
Why is this happening to me?
So as you may or may not remember, Cleveland waived Brock Osweiler,
Yeah.
and then Denver signed him. So let me break this down for you. At the end of the 2016 the 2015
yeah.
NFL season, Brock Osweiler was a free agent, and he was going to re-sign with Denver. But
Yeah.
then the Texans
came
with
a-calling,
all of
came
their
a-courting.
money. Who's their head coach? What's his name?
Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
Billy O'Brien said, "You know what? Come play quarterback for me.
Hey,
we'll
Giant.
pay you $100 million.
You're my guy."
And Elway said, "No way, we're paying you that much."
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Although he kind of badmouthed him on the way out of town, which I love. Great job, Elway. So the Brock Roach goes to Houston,
Yeah.
flounders around,
He's a terrible quarterback.
benched by week 8, traded for in the offseason simply to dump salary.
Yeah.
Cleveland gets him on the roster. Simply to dump salary. He can't even crack the roster in Cleveland
And they've gone through all 3 of their quarterbacks already.
several times now. Yeah.
Tried to get their 4th.
So waived in Cleveland. Now he's right back in Denver. Denver picks him up for league minimum.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns are paying his salary. I think John Elway is the smartest generally manager ever. That's a fantastic move by him.
Well, I mean, it's fantastic in that they have a backup quarterback for their 2 bad quarterbacks.
Well, he's starting this week.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's not really backing anybody up anymore.
Well, no, but the backup has made it to the field.
Yes. Yes, Trevor Siemian has been bad and also now benched.
Yeah.
Paxton Lynch turns out not a very good quarterback.
Apparently not. Well, he's apparently been coming back from an injury. It's on the cusp of being ready, game ready anyway.
Yeah.
So they might give him a shot next week.
No, they're not.
When is their bye?
We've
been talking about their bye for like 6 weeks and we never look it up. It must be next week. I think Paxton Lynch gets a shot because Brock Osweiler in Philadelphia, the best team in 2017, is surely going to wallop them.
They should. There should be no reason why they don't. Let's see. I'm looking up the bye week. It says here 27 scheduled bye week 5.
They already had their bye?
I think
We've been
so.
waiting for a bye that already happened?
I think we have. Hold on. Week 5. Their bye week was week 5.
I knew it. I told you.
Yeah. So they're not waiting for anything. They're just like, what are they doing now?
They're just biding time until Jake Butt comes back and rescues them.
So let me get this straight. They've got the Eagles this week, and then they bring the Patriots into Mile High. One of those games when Paxton Lynch is going to start. That's
Probably.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about... Playing... At least it's not a Garoppolo situation where he's going to come in and have to face the Seahawks defense, an actual good defense.
You know what? That's just dumb because I don't trade for Garoppolo unless I intend to play him now.
Yeah.
The minute he steps off the plane, that's my starting quarterback. I don't care. You're my guy. Here we go. We're going to walk you out, have the press conference. Here's the ball. We'll give the baseball cap to Beathard.
How are we in a situation where a guy who has started 3 games in his career, and they were in 2015, it is currently 2017, and we're talking about this guy being a starting quarterback?
You have to go back to Scott Mitchell and his performance with the Miami Dolphins when Dan Marino went out.
Oh.
And then the Detroit Lions said, hey, there's our quarterback. And he was their quarterback for the next 5 years, and he did horribly. Just terrible.
Okay.
Not
So
a
you're
good
saying that
quarterback.
there's precedent.
Yes.
And that we have good forecasting tools available that show that Garoppolo will be trash.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. We just put a lock on it. It's fine. I got one last thing
Okay.
in Kwik-E-Newz.
Yeah.
And this puts the final nail into the coffin for me as a Browns supporter.
Yes.
I'm all done.
Kill this team.
The Browns missed out on a trade for A.J. McCarron of the Bengals.
Who's this guy? How many
A.J.
games has
McCarron
he played?
I don't think he started any games.
He's played 5 games.
Has he started
filled
5
in,
games?
Yeah, he started in for Dalton in 2015 as well,
Okay.
I believe, when he got hurt.
He came out of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I think they went to the national championship game. Can't remember if they won that game or not. Anyway, he's been in the league a couple of years as a backup. I guess he's got 5 games started. And Hugh Jackson likes him.
Yeah.
And saw him in the offseason. You know, we tried to work something out and it didn't really happen. Apparently they had all their ducks in a row and they were going to do it before the trade deadline. And it was denied. Do you know why the NFL said, no, you can't do that?
Because it was 1 minute after the deadline.
That's right.
You got to have a rule.
They didn't have
You
the
gotta stick to it.
paperwork in on time.
Yeah.
It's like somebody just came down with a checklist of all the ways you could just be bad at your job. And the Browns are like, check, 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 check. How are we going to get this one done? Oh, just missed the deadline? Okay, we can do that. Check.
Well, here's the thing. People are saying Sashi Brown and Paul Podesta, who run the team. I don't know what they do, GM and president, something like that. Who cares? It's the Browns. They apparently, when they found out that the team was offering a second and a third round pick, which is a lot for a quarterback who doesn't play football in the pros. He just sits there and watches people play. I watch people play football every week. Can I be offered for a second and third? No. Okay. No. They didn't like this, so they underhandedly, knowing that the league will stick hard and fast to that deadline time and deny it, submitted it just late enough.
You know what? If that's what actually happened, that's even worse.
That
is worse
I
than
think
being
they
incompetent.
saved the Browns.
No. No.
Why would you get rid of 2 great draft picks for another quarterback who's not good?
Here's the thing. What's the right thing to do?
Just not make the trade.
No, Hugh, you can't have that guy. That's it. That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You can't just passive aggressively not get your paperwork turned in. That's terrible.
This is the kind of stuff that happens at McDonald's.
This is the kind of stuff, well, it happens.
Not in NFL franchise.
Shouldn't
Or in
ever.
the NFL, right?
It
I mean,
shouldn't-
NHL.
It happens in the NHL, but that's a league run by idiots.
Yeah.
The NFL is not a league run by idiots.
Apparently,
the NFL is a league run by, pretty steady guys.
A few have gotten in, though, apparently.
Well, apparently now we're at that point. The NHL has a long and proud history of doing just ridiculous front office maneuvers that don't make any sense and are against the rules, and they get overturned a lot. But the NFL, I was looking earlier, we were talking about this earlier, I had to go back to Sid Gilman of the San Diego Chargers back in whenever that was to find the last time somebody screwed up a piece of paperwork that had a really large impact on the game. If somebody listening knows of a time when that happened, please let me know.
Yeah.
I couldn't find any.
We'd love to have
looked.
you on the show and tell us about it.
But this is just... And you're telling me now that, no, it wasn't a mistake. They did it just to screw that guy. That is horrible.
What if they
That's
don't like
terrible. I don't... If they don't like who?
Hugh.
Then fire him! You're the GM
But
and the president.
The co-owner, Dee Haslam, apparently likes Hugh Jackson. It's come out now that Haslam went off on the upper management, because this trade didn't go through. Because apparently he's on Hugh Jackson's side and wanted McCarron as well.
Okay, so what you're
So
telling
it sounds
me,
like maybe they actually did do something.
What you're telling me then is the owner has hired idiots.
Yes.
So it's the owner's fault.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Well,
this all
co-owner,
goes
who
back.
knows?
At the end of the day, it all goes back to ownership anyway, because you hired the people who created the situation. So your oversight wasn't what it was supposed to be. Are you supposed to not have to do that kind of thing? Maybe. I would expect that if I hired a person at that level professionally, I wouldn't have to micromanage just
You would hope.
kindergarten, ridiculous grade school crap. That's ridiculous. If you don't want to make the trade, don't make the trade. Stand up to the owner and say, we're not doing that because of these reasons. And if you want to go ahead, you can fire me.
Ooh.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what adults do. They don't just, I'm just going to not turn the paperwork in. I'm going to put it under the desk.
We'll see. Maybe they'll get fired tomorrow.
You know what? If that's true and they don't get fired, what does that say? There is no way, if I'm the owner and somebody does that to one of the decisions that I've made, I've already shown my support for that guy, and you're going to go behind my back and do that? There's no way I keep you.
I love it.
When we open our pizza shop, that guy's fired for sure. Both those guys. Oh yeah,
I don't know
didn't
that
get
we'd
the
have
order in
anybody
for
on
the
staff
green
like
peppers.
that. Yeah.
You're gone.
Go Browns.
It's just the Browns are terrible.
I'm looking forward to seeing who they start at quarterback.
Who are they going to start a quarterback? Have they mentioned it yet?
I think they're going back to Cody Kessler. I think they're going to give him another shot.
What? Are you serious?
I think so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, Deshaun Kaiser's already held a players-only meeting and then also been seen out at a club at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Before Saturday? Was it Saturday
Yeah, it
was
was
out?
Saturday night, I think.
Was it Friday night or
Or sorry,
Saturday?
yeah,
Friday
leading
night.
into Saturday.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So they had walkthrough the next day.
Yeah.
They didn't have a game. They had a walkthrough. I don't know. They could have had Deshaun Watson. Could have had Carson Wentz. Instead, you've
Thank
got.
God.
I guess you got Cody Kessler starting for you. I guess that's good.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of game balls.
Okay. I've got a game ball.
You want to go first?
Sure. I am giving my game ball to none other than Seahawks wide receiver Paul Richardson. The man had 2 touchdowns and 105 yards on 6 catches, and I think he had the play of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Coming down to it, end of the wire, Houston has the lead. Russell Wilson throws a 48-yard bomb that Richardson adjusts to, underthrown, not quite to him, has to kind of reach up and grab it.
Also,
catches the ball.
I'm not going to pile on here, but not great play by the safety.
No, not really.
Not great.
Yeah.
He got lost out there in center
Yeah.
field, but great job by Richardson adjusting to that ball.
Yeah, they set them up.
Yep.
That put him in the next play. Well, of course, Reese Odiambo false start. But then the touchdown, the wide open, another broken, bad, terrible secondary play.
Yeah.
Wide open Jimmy Graham in the middle of the field for a
They
touchdown.
just kind of let him walk through. It's
Yeah.
it's fine.
When I saw that, I was like, oh. Didn't even make him try.
You know, that drive, I don't put a lot of stock into the the NBA thing where you kind of first year you get to the playoffs but you don't do anything, and the next year you get to maybe the conference finals but you don't go because you don't have the maturity or whatever. You have to earn your way
Got to
through.
get that seasoning.
It feels almost like the Texans are doing that now.
They're getting close.
They're getting right. They're getting close. They almost have it figured out, but they're being in some tight games now, and they're losing them. So, I don't know. There's good signs there.
Yeah.
Paul Richardson did have a heck of a game.
Yeah, it was a good game. Game ball to you, sir. What do you got?
I got 2 game balls,
Oh.
and one each to both of the quarterbacks in that game
Oh.
because
Was that the only game that happened this week? So
pretty
Of course,
much,
yeah.
except for a 40-0 blowout by the Ravens
Yeah.
over the Dolphins, which was probably also very satisfying to watch.
yeah.
Russell Wilson, 26 for 41, 452 yards.
Huh? How many yards?
452 passing yards.
That's like 3 games worth of passing yards from Russell Wilson.
It really is, yeah. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. He also had 30 yards rushing.
So 482 yards of total offense from Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
How,
Yeah.
do you happen to know how many yards the Seahawks as a team had?
I think... No, I don't.
It was 3 less. It was 479 yards.
Oh, my gosh.
How does that happen? You're wondering. Well, let me tell you. Running back J.D. McKissick rushed for a grand total of 6 yards.
Okay.
Those were canceled out by Russell Wilson being sacked twice for -6 yards.
Okay, that's not...
So now we're even.
Yeah.
Then Tom Rawls and Tyler Lockett combined to rush for -3 yards, bringing the Seahawks offense grand total to 3 less than Russell Wilson's 482.
That's so bad.
Impressive.
That's such a Seahawks way to win.
Yeah. Well, 482 yards is still a heck of a lot of yards, even if all of them are passing yards.
It is a heck of a lot. He basically just took the whole team on his shoulders,
Yeah.
and he carried them teetering down the field, and then kind of threw them into the end zone, and then went for
Quite the
coffee, I
performance.
guess. It's a heck of a job.
Yeah. Not to be outdone.
Deshaun Watson also gets a game ball, 19 for 30, 402 yards, also 4 touchdowns.
400 yards on 19 completions?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Bombing. 67 yards rushing. He did have 3 picks.
Okay.
One of those was his last play of the game when he
Yeah.
was trying to come back. So he had 2 picks. One of those, a pick 6, Earl Thomas took back. But still, a rookie quarterback going into Seattle, tough place to play. He did everything.
They were right there.
Yeah, no, he did enough to win that game. So weird because both these teams were supposed to be defense driven.
Yeah.
To have both of them together go off for a combined almost 78 points.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive, and it doesn't surprise me. It does not surprise me that both quarterbacks led their respective teams in rushing. That makes perfect sense because neither one of them have good rushing or good running backs.
And the offensive lines are terrible.
Congratulations, Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson.
And Paul Richardson.
And Paul Richardson. Did you see Russell Wilson's Halloween costume?
Yeah, I liked it.
That was
Apparently, Pete Carroll did not like it.
well, Pete Carroll, Russell Wilson posted on Twitter, and then Pete Carroll came back and said something. At least you got the shoes right. eye roll emoji. How cool is it that Pete Carroll, a 71, 72-year-old
Yeah.
dude, is firing tweets at his players with emojis attached? That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think I've come full circle on Pete Carroll. I'm a Pete Carroll guy now. It took me a long time, but I'm there now. I'm there. It's too late. Yeah. No.
You
Best
have no
coach ever.
choice.
Best coach ever. There you go. I just said it.
Wow.
Okay, so we are on to the next segment.
Yeah, the Great Big Broken Plane giveaway. We're going to throw out another phrase for y'all. Nobody's using it. So, in honor of nobody caring about the secret phrase for the Great Big Broken Plane giveaway, the secret phrase this week is rubber mallet. Why is it rubber mallet?
Why?
You ask?
Why
Because
is
there is a
rubber-
rubber mallet sitting above your head, and I looked at it,
In the pod shed.
and that's how little this matters.
The rubber mallet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So tweet at us at the Broken Plane, hashtag rubber mallet, no hashtag just rubber mallet. Picture of a rubber mallet. I'll accept a picture of a regular mallet.
That's pretty good.
I'll accept a picture of Ryan Mallet.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. All right.
You'll be entered to win a Funko NFL pop figure of your choice. We'll send it to you. We'll pay for it. We will pay for the free shipping. Thank you, Amazon Prime. Moving on.
Moving on. It's that time of our show.
What time?
Lose the farm. I have not done any looking at this week's games.
Oh.
So this is going to be
It's an easy week to pick them this week, I think.
It's going to be all right off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, there's no way that could ever go wrong. How did we do last week? Should we look at...
Last week, I did not do so well, but they were the picks that I tried to get cute with, that you took the safe route, and you gained your ground on me like we thought you would.
I was at 9-4.
To my 7-6.
So we both had winning records.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I took the Baltimore game, I took Miami. I went ahead and thought Oakland could go across the country and do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then I stupidly picked Cincinnati and their 11.5 point spread over the Colts. So
Yeah.
that's about it.
All right. So let's get to picking.
All right. No London games this week.
So
I
everybody,
think we're done with that. Everybody's in America.
thank goodness.
And the buys this week: Chicago, Cleveland, Chargers, Vikings, Patriots, and Steelers.
Okay. So a lot of teams that aren't really good.
Yeah.
Aren't playing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So to get started, we have Buffalo by 3 over the Jets.
Tomorrow night,
The Jets are at home. I've got Buffalo.
I'm taking Buffalo.
Nice. Tennessee, even against Baltimore at Tennessee.
I'm going to go with Tennessee.
I am going to go with Tennessee as well. New Orleans by 7.5 over Tampa Bay at New Orleans.
Tampa Bay is terrible.
They're really bad. Yeah.
Wow. 3 points.
I'm going at New Orleans. Like I
New
said.
Orleans is
That's-
going to get that.
Yeah. Is Winston playing?
I think so. He played last week.
He's not well though. He's playing
No,
pretty. He's
yeah.
rough.
Yeah.
All right. The Los Angeles Rams by 3 over the Giants in New York.
Cross country game. Early game.
Doesn't matter.
Rams.
Philadelphia by 9.5.
Stop there. Who cares who they're playing? It's Philly. They're winning.
Over Denver in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philly.
I'm going to take Philly.
Get out of here, Brock.
Carolina even against Atlanta at Carolina.
Well, I'm taking Atlanta.
I'm going to take Carolina.
I don't like that Carolina got rid of Kelvin Benjamin. And I don't like their reason for getting rid of Kelvin Benjamin.
What was the reason?
They said that they think that'll help their run game. Like,
What?
Getting rid of a wide receiver who's good is going to make your running game better.
Are they going to play more 2 tight end sets? What is their
Well,
plan?
Greg Olson's not back yet, but supposedly they will. But they said that because Kelvin plays in the slot, he's getting too much in the way of Christian McCaffrey, who is the scat back, not running through the tackles type of guy. So they think this is going to open him up. And instead of just taking one of their wide receivers off the field and moving Kelvin to the outside, they're just going to go ahead and trade him.
Well, if they think that the reason he can't be moved to the outside is because he's not fast enough, I understand that.
Yeah.
And if they want to open the slot position up for McCaffrey,
I guess
that makes sense.
They could throw to him.
too. But to say it's going to improve the run game,
Yeah. Nah, they're 20th in the league in the run right now.
Do we have the Cowpucky button? Where's the Cowpucky button? That's just...
What do we have?
It seems kind of...
We have that again.
That's good enough. That's,
I'm
Never been a big fan.
of trading wide receivers to make your running game better.
It makes no sense. You're not even trying at that point. That's just an excuse waiting to happen.
I think Atlanta and New Orleans are going to come out of this division. I think Atlanta's going to win this game.
Okay. I'm taking Carolina. It's
Statement
at
game.
home.
Yeah.
They should have a little bit of home field advantage, although I don't know if that really applies in
Cam
Carolina.
is terrible.
He is so up
Cam
and
is
down.
going to throw for under 100 yards this week.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
I think he threw for 150 this week.
Jacksonville. Moving on. Jacksonville by 4.5 over Cincy in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville's got this one.
Cincinnati.
The defense is too good, and Cincinnati's offense is too bad.
Yeah. Houston by 14 over Indy.
Ooh, that's a lot of points.
In Houston. Indy covered against Cincinnati.
Yeah, but
Deshaun Watson looked good.
Houston's looking really good. Ugh. This might be a game where they don't need to worry about a close game.
This might be. I'm going to take Houston. You talked me into it.
Houston, baby.
Arizona by 1 over San Francisco in San Francisco. By 1.
Yeah, by 1.
In San Francisco.
Could it be a tie?
It
could be a tie. 0-0, I'm thinking.
No. That's no. With Carson Palmer out, who's quarterback for
I think
the Cardinals?
it is Drew Stanton. But never fear, because the one and only Blaine Gabbert is waiting in the wings.
Oh, yo Gabbert.
Yeah. He was with San Francisco last year. Yeah. Played a couple games for him. So he's revenge game. Ooh. He's itching to get in there and show them what they're missing.
Adrian Peterson, after a great week 1, 23 yards last week.
Something abysmal.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take San Francisco.
I think San Francisco gets a win this week.
They get off the schneid. There's only going to be one no-win team.
Yeah, it turns out the Browns are the only team that is really that bad.
Oh, man. Seattle by 8 over Washington in Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Seattle here. Washington's a good team, but they've got to go west.
Yeah, I don't think that matters.
Which is terrible.
No, going east.
I know.
Going west is fine.
No, it's like, where did all this time come from? I'm so confused.
East Coast bias. That is so East Coast bias. It's always about, oh, look, traveling east is so hard.
Yeah.
If this game was in Washington, I might look at taking Washington. But,
especially if it was an 8-point spread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the clink, no, I'm taking Seattle. That seems like a lock.
Yeah, I think they'll win.
Knock on wood.
10-point win.
There it is. Dallas, even money over KC in Dallas. Is Zeke playing?
I don't think he is.
Because the federal judge lifted the stay that was in place, preventing his suspension that he got last year.
Yeah.
Ugh. Is he finally going to serve those 6 games?
I think he is.
But we're unsure.
I picked Dallas when I wrote this up because I thought everything was fine. But now that Zeke is out, I'm still taking Dallas.
You're going to take Dallas?
Yeah.
I'm going to take KC.
Okay.
I'm going to take KC. This
is a put up or shut up game for the Chiefs. Prove you're for real or not.
Because, I mean, Dallas has a lot of talent, but they haven't been playing well. And good teams beat teams like Dallas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is it. You got to figure it out. Oakland by 3 over Miami in Miami. You're just chasing the Raiders, aren't you? You're just throwing good money after them.
Come on, guys.
But it's Miami. How could you just can't pick Miami.
Look, if Baltimore just beat you by 40, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to lose again. Or you're going to convince me that it's safe to pick against you and then poop all over me. I'm taking Oakland. I don't believe in you, Miami.
It's the Sunday night game, too. It's the featured game.
This is going to be a bad game.
Oh, it really could be horrible.
Either that or Derek Carr finds himself.
You know what? Even if Derek Carr finds himself, it could still be horrible.
I guess the Raiders played a good game against the Chiefs. They put up a stinker last week going across the country.
Yeah. They didn't win.
No.
But they put up a pretty good fight. God, I so badly don't want to pick Oakland, but Miami is so bad. How do you? Okay, Oakland.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it.
I got you,
do it,
sucker.
Detroit by 2 over Green Bay in Green Bay. You cannot pick Green Bay anymore.
Sure.
Who's it? Rhett who?
Brett.
What?
Brett Hundley.
Stop it. Is that his name, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was somebody else. That makes no sense. Holden Caulfield? I don't know.
Nah, that's
who plays Frodo Baggins? I thought maybe. I wasn't sure who it was. I'm taking Detroit.
They have to win a game. They're too good to lose another game.
Detroit is always too good to lose another game. All they do is lose. All they do is lose, no matter what.
Yeah, I wanted to play that, but I guess
Detroit. I have a hard time with Detroit because you look at them on paper and you're like, all those pieces should add up to a win. Detroit. I'm taking Detroit.
I think I'm going to go with Detroit because it's Green Bay. Even if it's in Green Bay, it's a good home field advantage.
Well, Ford Field outdoors?
No.
I think it's inside. So I mean, it is a little bit different the environment.
Yeah, but they play there all the time.
Yeah, it's not. There's no surprises.
Yeah, it'll feel good to be there and know that it's not Aaron Rodgers that is shredding your defense.
Yeah,
but Brett Hundley, who you are shredding apart instead.
Yeah,
yeah. Detroit Monday night win.
If I was Ziggy Ansah, I would be licking my lips, waiting for Brett Hundley to fall into my arms.
Yeah,
Brett, come to me. That guy's pretty fierce coming around the end. Anyway,
yeah, he's looking good.
All right, we no questions today.
No trivia
from
all you scabs and scallywags.
I don't even have anything really good off the top of my head.
JB, multiple choice question for you.
Yep.
Who has the most wins as a head coach in the NFL? Do you know it off the top of your head, or would you like the 4 options?
The most wins. I think Don Shula still has the most wins in the NFL.
That is correct.
Yeah, you can't stump me.
This is the Washington Times Ultimate NFL Trivia Challenge. Which NFL team features a helmet decal only on one side of the helmet? You have 4 options, or you can tell me right now. I knew this one.
I'm not sure I do.
Would you like the options?
I would need the options.
The Houston Texans.
No.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, the Pittsburgh Steelers. They only have it on the one side. That's right.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We'll do 5.
Okay.
Who was the last non-quarterback to win NFL MVP?
Oh, the last non... Is this multiple guess, or is this...
Yes, these are all 4 choices. Would you like the choices? If you venture a guess without the choices, I will still let you hear the choices.
No, I need... is it... Because it seems like to me it might be a defensive player. Is it...
Okay.
I would like to hear... No, I would like to hear the options.
Sean Alexander, your boy.
I hate that
You
guy.
didn't like him.
No.
Adrian Peterson, Ray Lewis, or LaDainian Tomlinson?
It was Adrian Peterson.
You are correct.
Oh, okay.
3 for 3. This current NFL quarterback, a 2010 Pro Bowler, never started a game at quarterback in college. Who is he?
This current NFL quarterback. No, I need the names.
Matt Schaub, Matt Moore, Matt Castle, or Matt Flynn?
But they never played quarterback in college.
Yeah.
Wow, I have no idea. Is it? This is a wild guess. Is this Matt Schaub?
No, it was Matt Castle. Ravens.
What did he play?
Backup quarterback. It does not say. I'm gonna guess punter.
Okay.
What did he play?
No, he played quarterback. He just never started.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how good he is.
Yeah. That was when Barkley was there.
Oh, he was
Barkley
USC
there.
quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he never started a game.
Wow. Still made it into the NFL, though.
Yeah. Yeah. You know,
Another
yeah.
Tom Brady quarterback backup who somehow got a starting job.
Yeah. He's bad.
Yeah.
Notice he never started for the Patriots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This is your last question.
Okay.
To go 4 of 5. 4 of the first 5 picks in the 1989 draft, Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders, Derek Thomas, and Deion Sanders are in the Hall of Fame. Who was the bust?
Oh man. Okay, say that one more time. Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders, Derek Thomas, and Deion Sanders are in the Hall of Fame. The 5th player from the top 5 of the 1989 draft is a bust. Who is he?
I want to say Steve Entman.
His name is not here.
Okay, who's on the list?
You have Andre Bruce, Keith McCants, Blair Thomas, and Tony Mandarich.
Mandarich.
Correct!
Yeah. Tony Mandarich is a fantastic story. To call him, it's you know what? To call Mandarich a bust is, he had a 10-year career.
Did he?
Yeah. He just came in as a left tackle who was going to change the game, and once they started testing him for steroids, he stopped using them, and then he shrunk by about 40 pounds. And he ended up going from Green Bay to the Colts.
Yep.
And he played there for a long time.
Looks like 3 years.
How long did he play in the NFL?
This says he was in the league in 89, 90, and 91 with Green Bay.
Okay.
And then he was out for 5 years and joined the Colts in 96, 97, and 98.
Okay, so I must have missed him in the middle there. I thought he was with the Colts that whole
he
time.
left.
He wasn't on
I
the
don't know
roster.
why. That's a weird absence.
He did though. You want to talk about a guy that was back in the good old days when they weren't drug testing in college, and you would occasionally see guys.
Days.
You would occasionally see dudes who would like lift the gym and come into the
Yeah.
NFL, and within about the first 4 weeks, just shrink. They go from like 320 to 280 in about 2 months.
Now that they're being monitored.
Yeah. Now that they can't juice up, and they certainly can't lift any weights anymore, and they were just there were a couple of guys like that.
Too bad for him.
Yep.
Well, that was we got a little trivia in there, even though it wasn't from a listener.
Not bad.
So we'll be back again next week with some more news. We'll talk about the quarterback situation in San Francisco for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll have other good stuff for you.
Well, halfway through the season, I think next week.
Yeah.
This weekend marks officially, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a few more
midway
teams
point.
yet who still haven't had their bye.
Maybe.
But I think that'll mean that everybody has played 8 games.
It's a 17-week.
At least.
17-week regular season, and that'll be 9 weeks in.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be over halfway through.
Yeah.
Week-wise.
There we go.
We'll have a state of the league breakdown.
See where everything sits. We'll see how our preseason projections stand up at this point.
Yeah, I'm perfect. Solid. All the way through, up and down.
Yeah.
I'm sure everything's fine.
We're going to play you out with another Red Hot Chili Pepper song in honor of our friend and my man crush, Anthony Kiedis. This is Give It Away. And we'll be back next week. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Have a good